Have you ever missed work or class because you just couldn't bear to face the day ahead? We all have. I called into work just last week because I couldn't seem to get out of bed. Mental health days should be a requirement in the workplace. I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder when I was just 14 years old. My mother's father and grandfather both committed suicide, and my mother suffers from depression as well. Although young diagnosis and medication can sometimes be frowned upon, with my family history, it was necessary. Today I'm going to tell you about how prevalent mental illness is in the United States, which spills over into the workplace. Second, I'm going to tell you why mental health days should be a requirement in the workplace. And last, I will show the benefits of mental health discussion and acceptance overall. First, mental illness is extremely prevalent in the United States, but is hardly discussed in the workplace. 1 in 5 adults have a mental health condition, which comes out to about 40 million Americans. According to BenefitNews.com, over half of the workforce says they either don't know what mental health support is provided by their employer or no support is provided at all. 1 million Americans miss work each day due to stress. Missing work or school is one thing, but being there when you're not all there could be even worse. A clouded mind could lead to mistakes, unclear decision-making, or even lashing out at your coworkers. Business Insider mentions taking a day off to take care of yourself shouldn't be seen as an emergency option. Now that I've told you about how prevalent mental illness is in the United States, I'm going to tell you why mental health days should be required in the workplace. The Americans with Disabilities Act requires employers to accommodate employees within reason. The first thing you probably thought of when I said this is physical disabilities, but this applies to mental disabilities as well. However, lines are hazy when it comes to stress-related time needed off. Melissa Burkhoff, attorney and legal editor at Expert HR, says, "Stress affects performance and can act as a precursor for bigger issues. You should not stress yourself out to the point where you're eventually going to explode." Providing employees designated mental health days and mental health time off for even more serious recoveries, separate from their vacation time, would lead to higher productivity, happier employees, and an all-around better work environment. What is most important is on your mental health day off is to do things that will better your well-being. See a therapist or a psychiatrist, keep busy doing something you enjoy, or talk to someone that you care about and trust. If you spend the day just moping around in bed, you will probably feel even worse and eventually feel guilty for even taking that day in the first place. Now that I've told you why mental health days should be a requirement in the workplace, I'm going to tell you more about the benefits of this time off policy, as well as the discussion and acceptance of mental health overall. Mental health days and discussion of mental health in the workplace has many benefits. According to wellness proposals, mental health programs have led to significant decrease in depression in employees. Also, behavioral problems and even suicide rates have decreased with these mental health programs. Giving employees the tools and support they need to thrive is imperative to company success. What it really boils down to is take care of your employees and they will take care of you. When I was diagnosed with depression 8 years ago, it was my goal to be a person to make mental health a less taboo topic in our community. I wanted to be a person people could come to for advice or just a listening ear from someone who understands. I was blessed enough to be born into a family who understood the seriousness of mental health and were able to get me the help I needed at a young age. For the people not as fortunate, the last thing they need is to make a living somewhere who doesn't take a part of them seriously. Today I have told you about the need for mental health days in the workplace. You should know more about how prevalent mental health is in our country. You have also seen why mental health days should be a requirement for employees' health, but also for overall company success. I've also explained the benefits of open discussion and mental health programs in the workplace. I encourage you to look into your employer's mental health programs or benefits and begin raising awareness in your community to make mental health a less taboo topic throughout the country. If you or anyone you know is struggling, please jot down the suicide prevention hotline 1-800-273-8255 and know that you are never alone.